Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another DISLYTE video, and today Lilith have dropped a new preview for the latest update which is called Bloody Hunt. We're going to take a look at that, we're going to talk about some of the things in it, and hopefully it is signalling some good things coming to DISLYTE. So I've not really watched this in full, I've watched bits of it. This is going to be us looking at it together. I'm going to pause at certain bits because it's going to be worthwhile talking about them, but let's just jump in this. So they've gone with this whole cinematic trailer again. I'm going to turn on closed captions just in case. I like the effort they put into these trailers, I must say. They do spend a lot of money on these trailers. Hopefully it'll bring in some new players.
If we keep pressing on knowing that, it would be too reckless.
Now, I'm not that clued up on the gods, to be honest. I know like Roman gods and Greek gods, but other than that, I'm pretty not knowledgeable. So there's a lot of stuff about crystals and like amethysts and stuff like that. I don't know what gods that's got anything to do with, but the pictures I've seen of these characters look pretty high. So what we've got is Goz. I think she looks pretty cool.
Who was there that day?
Right, new espers.
Once a dragon is awakened, it won't be stopped.
So we've got Xiao Yin is an azure dragon. He's a fighter. I think they're all fighters, to be honest. This is obviously going with the kind of Chinese designs, I think. I could be wrong. I know that they do like Roman, Greek, Chinese, something else and something else. I don't remember the other ones, but I know that that's like the four mythologies or religions that they like to focus on. So Xiao Yin's her first god, our first esper. He is a 4-star esper. He is a fighter and he is also a flow. So that's good that they haven't decided to go down the road of giving us another shimmer. They did do that on the last banner, so that is pretty good. I just hope I've got better luck in pulling them than I did on the last banner. So let's see what we can see here. So there's his design in game. I will have these guys on the beta server pretty soon, so I'll show you them in game.
There's no place better than the snowfields.
Right, there's our next one. He's another fighter. He's also flow. Aurelius, I think his name is. He's got ice attached to him, so you have to imagine he's going to have things like freeze. So he's probably going to be a character that's good at immobilizing the enemy. I feel like that's a good assumption that we can make because the other ice characters in this game do utilize freeze. So I mean, even though he's a fighter, I'm guessing he's one of these fighters that you're going to have a degree of control with, which is obviously pretty good as well. We'll have a look at him in game when he's there. As you can see, it looks like he's got some sort of a AoE attack.
A hunter's surprise.
And this is our legendary esper. So there we've got Zora. Now Zora looks like she is going to be a strong DPS character. Now this is just simply based off of her animations, but she just gives out that vibe of being a strong DPS character. I know that a lot of people are going to want to summon this character, and we don't know yet what's happening with Pity. Now luckily the likes of myself, Zox and a few others have got access to the beta server, so we will see the banners in maybe about 2 days time, and at that point we'll be able to let you know if they've listened and they've implemented anything like a better pity system, which would obviously be very good because I can just tell this character is going to be one that people want to summon, mainly because she looks pretty cool, and going by her animations I think she's going to hit pretty hard, but again I'm literally basing that off animations, so I could be completely wrong. Now let's go ahead and look at those.
I found you, so stop struggling.
You know, her animations give me sort of a Fate Stay vibes with Gilgamesh, the way that Gilgamesh would bring up his swords and kind of bring them through the portal. I can't remember what that was called. Someone could tell me in the comments down below. Was it Full Metalworks or something? I don't even remember. But yeah, she kind of gives off that vibe. You can see it again here if you look, that she's kind of pulling all these crystal particle things, sword crystals, through a sort of a portal. So you can see it there. That is very, very reminiscent of Fate Stay Night. So I can see this character being a bit of a fan favourite, and you can kind of look at her attacks at the side there. You can see that her third attack's definitely an AoE. She doesn't have a passive, which is good as well. Well, I mean, I say it's good for a DPS character. I can see this being a good character who's probably going to be pretty popular. So Zora is going to be the headline unit for next month.
I'm struggling.
Now this one here I'm actually really interested in. I personally had no interest whatsoever in the first skin, but I vastly like this skin better for Freya. I think I will get this skin for Freya. I think she looks so much better. I didn't like her design personally. It's not I didn't like it, I didn't hate it or anything like that, but this, to me, it just looks a lot better. She's got that kind of Spanish flamenco dancer look to her, and I think that's a much better look for the character, in my opinion. Plus, I like red better than green, so hey. But this is definitely a skin that I'm interested in picking up. It would be good if they've listened to some of the feedback and maybe we can earn this skin from an event. That would be pretty good. But obviously, if we base it on the first skin, it's probably not going to be the case. Hopefully I'm wrong, but hey, who knows? It's one of these things. You can skip it if you want to skip it. You can get it if you want to get it. I think I'd maybe get this one though, because like I say, I do like the look of the character better in this design. So move on.
What have we got next?
Right, so I think these next two things might tie in with each other. So we've got Relic Boost, okay? Now, I don't think it shows you in this picture, but they did post a picture to Twitter, and what Relic Boost basically is let's just say, for example, you get a Wind Boost Relic. You can get a Relic Boost for that, and it might be you can boost, say, attack percentage. If that is what the relic is that you get, the Relic Boost Stone, sorry, it might specifically give you a boost if you have, say, attack on a wind stat. Okay, they're all very specific, so you'll get one for speed, you'll get one for crit boost, you'll get one for crit rate damage boost and stuff like that. And if you can match the specific relic boost stone to the relic, it'll boost that stat. Okay, so it can mean that if you have got pretty lucky, you can take your high level gear even higher, and in a lot of ways, maybe it will help people who can't roll like 20 speed. If you can only roll, say, 8 speed, you can get the Relic Boost that will bring that up a lot higher, and it will maybe cut down on the grind quite a bit. Now, we're unsure yet of how we're going to get these materials. However, the next thing you're going to see in this video might actually be the way that you get these relics. So, the new gameplay is going to be Desolate Lands, okay? If we move on a little bit, you can see that you've got a squad. Your squad can use up to 6 characters. You can put however many you want in the front, however many you want in the back. It looks here as though you can also select a captain, which will give you your captain's ability. Now, it is widely thought that this is probably going to be raids, okay, which I really hope it is going to be. If you guys know, if you've been watching any of my videos, the video I did with Zox, I've been saying for a while now that I want them to add raids into the game. This could be a club raid, this could be a server raid, this could just be something that gets more people involved in a different gameplay style. Now, if it is a raid, I would expect to not be able to beat the boss, and it is obviously something that you... Well, maybe you do beat the boss. Some of the raids work a little bit differently. Basically, you can either have one shared health bar, and eventually when you get the health bar down to 0, the boss is defeated. It can sometimes be each person that defeats the boss kind of breaks down an overall shared health bar. There's many ways they could do it, but hopefully this is raids. It does look like that's potentially what it's going to be. And this... I feel like this is probably where you're going to get those relic stones from. Makes sense to me. If you're going to give it a new material and you're going to launch a new game mode at the same time, why would you not use that new game mode to be the source of those rewards? So I feel like these materials are probably going to be earned from this gameplay, okay? To me, that's kind of makes sense. Now, if you can look down there, you can see that there is some sort of a fragments. Now, I think those fragments will probably work a little bit like the stones that you get to fuse together to get gear. You'll probably fuse these together to get your relic boosts. It kind of makes sense. You'll probably get them, and you'll probably get an overall reward where you can get like a full shard or a full crystal, whereas these look like fragments, and you bring the fragments together to make a complete piece. It does seem to me that that's probably the way that they'll go with this one. But let's watch the end of this. There's the boss there. Okay, so I want you to watch this last
All
piece.
of you are on my hit list. You will fall one by one.
Now, the thing that I actually am quite excited about, the thing that I think could be quite good, is the tone of this seems quite dark, and I have said to people before that I do feel like DISLYTE could benefit from being a little bit darker. I'm going to just play this through again while I talk. I do feel like DISLYTE could benefit from being a little darker, and it would be really cool if this character was ushering in a new wave of darker content, because then people might get a little bit more interested in the story and stuff like that. It would mean that the opening was more like the origin story. Now we're going to enter into a more story focused gameplay, which I know a lot of people who play these games, the story is one of the things that keeps them coming back for more. And personally, I do feel like it would be pretty interesting if this character was going to usher in a darker sort of a trend to DISLYTE content. Now, she does look pretty cool. All the characters look pretty cool, but in my opinion, out of the three, she looks the coolest. I do like the new skin. I think even the skin gives off a sort of a kind of darker vibe, you know, just slightly. The new boss is obviously something that we can sink our teeth into that's different from just running the same old stages all the time. We're obviously going to have to work out new strategies, new ways to defeat the boss, which is going to keep us occupied for a little bit of time, which is exactly what I've been asking for. So for me, I do really feel like it could be a time that DISLYTE starts to turn the corner and keep us a little bit more engaged with its gameplay. Now obviously we still do have the other issues like pity and stuff like that. We don't know yet if they've been addressed. We can't judge that until we see what the new banner is. Hopefully they've taken on board some of the things that's been said to them, and it is a little bit better this time. Well, a lot better. We'll need to wait and see. Like I say, we'll probably know that in a couple of days time, and I'll let you know, obviously. But as it stands, to me, this does seem like a good update because there is gameplay, and that is something that I'm interested in. Bear in mind, we'll probably also have some sort of a story mode as well with these characters. I wouldn't be surprised. I would say that there's even a chance that one of those two 4-star characters you've seen could even potentially be a free-to-play character. We don't know yet, so fingers crossed maybe one of them will be a free-to-play character. But all in, I'm thinking this Bloody Hunt is actually looking pretty decent. It's something that I'm fairly interested in. It is addressing the things that I wanted it to address gameplay-wise. Now all we've got to do is cross our fingers and hope some of the other concerns have been addressed. Anyway, I've been Hayzink. I'm looking forward to this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, I will catch you on the next video, dudes. Peace out. See you later. Bye.